Yo, how's everybody? We're back. And we have a boat open. Maybe we'll get distracted with the boat. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I truly want to do today. But I am getting pulled in a direction, which is to try and do a boat controller, like a sailing boat controller, because we've been kind of talking about it. So yeah, that's what I might try today. Thinking about, I guess, a couple things. Okay. Uh, um. So we would need to remove the booms and the masts. And I'm looking around. There should be, in theory, like one of these. Oops, that's not what I meant. This, delete this. And you're everything? You're everything. Sure, fine. You're everything. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, up here, this is the split I actually meant. This is the animated stuff. Hopefully this has the booms, but should also have all of the ropes and all of the sails. It doesn't have the booms. I am very disappointed. We're gonna have to hunt down those booms. I'm dying. Okay, there's so many splits here that we would need to do. Let's put all that back, shall we? And then let's just do a switch for the sails. Why is this grayed out? Oh, I guess that's okay. Okay, yeah. This is export sales. No, not. Yeah, I still can't scroll the inner one. Export output. Do I see sheets? Are there sheets? I don't think I see the sheets. Oh wait, is this a sheet? That is a sheet. Hmm. So some of the ropes we want, oh, this is painful. Some of the ropes we want, some of the ropes we don't want. Very problematic, actually. Actually. Hmm. Wonder if there's an order to the ropes that we could depend on, but I kind of doubt it. I bet the mirroring is going to screw things up. But maybe not. Maybe it's just like everything before a certain section is going to be boom controlled. Hmm. Trying to think. The sheets are like the can animate ones. Do I actually want to make it more efficient? Try to switch here between. See, that's if it exists. Is this gonna? Is this actually gonna cut the right thing? Like this? Whether we separate them or not? This is technically not more efficient. We're gonna do stuff and then cut stuff out that we do step 2. But whatever. There we go. So this should be now cutting out the sheets, which we'll put with the sails because it's awkward for them to be not connected to anything. There we go. That's better. So we still need boom and mast attached ropes. How do we do this at all? Slash efficiently? Efficiently would usually be a good thing. Just need to figure out which ones are which. I don't want to do that. I'm looking. I think all of this, everything up above is good to like always be there. That's rigging. That's those two rigging. And then the brace. I think I kind of want to put those out as a separate bunch of curves that we can optionally use. Maybe we can swap between the two. Yeah, scroll a little bit for me, thank you. Okay, so let's name this so we don't get confused. This is mast only rope curves. Does that make sense? Is that right? I think it's right. Seems good. And because that's named, we don't have to name it here. Perfect. Perfect. Switch. We want curves for full, mast only for false. Does that look right? Should be everything that doesn't move. We're missing the bottom rig for some reason. And then should that not even, that shouldn't even get created. Problematic. Why do you exist? There we go. And then the bottom rigging for some reason is missing. Okay, yeah, maybe we missed. No, okay, those are curves. Is it this? Yeah. Cool. Hmm. The problem is, how do we we'll have to figure something out. How do we get out just the sales, just the whatever? Okay, that's going to include output booms. I mean, the Spank sales should probably move. Or be movable, right? I'm trying to think how. How would that even work? I don't even understand. You know what? I barely understand how Spank sale works. Would it give you sharper turns? Because it's putting more force on the side that closer to the rudder? Or if you get a side breeze, you can still harness that. Is there a reason you'd want front gaff sails over the rear ones? I mean, because like your turning axis is the back. Putting power near the back will help turn you in line with where you can actually use more of your sails. Turning up here is going to give more drag. It would really need to be catching an oblique, and at that point, do you not want main sails? I don't know. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. What else do we need? We just need to export those things separately? Or have a way to only export those things? Let's get a join geometry going. Do I cut it or just pull it from here? I feel like for visual clarity, I like that. Okay. Now, where else did I cut? Where else did I cut stuff? Ooh, nice, I think. Your hangable stuff. Oh, yo, what up? How you doing, Pixel? How you doing? So, I might have some questions for you, which I hope it's not too late. It might be a little bit too late. Um, you have a tablet, right? My Wacom Cintiq has died. The screen portion has been kind of on the fritz for a while, but I could put up with that. But now the stylus does not register with the display. So, I may or may not have gotten a Huion, because I have a couple other of their tablets, and they're nice and well priced. Um, yeah, I might be getting a replacement, but I'm kind of curious. What kind of tablet do you have? Cintiq and an Intuos. Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this Cintiq. It's a 21 UX, I think. It's nice and big and heavy, and it square aspect ratio, which I like. But now I'm gonna be on an HD 16:9 aspect ratio with such a thin, tiny monitor. We're gonna see. It's gonna be shorter. But man, going to a bigger dimension with that 16:9 aspect ratio, it's just too big. And I could have gotten a new Cintiq, but I don't know. If I don't like the Huion, maybe I'll return it and get a Cintiq. Excuse me. That's before we curve to mesh. I think that's fine. I don't think we can actually include those. Let's just cut it before we have expectations. Cintiq 22 HD. Had to send it to Wacom to repair. Oh yeah, and you have the bug in the screen, right? Dang. $400. That's pretty much what I paid for the Huion. A fingerprint on the other side of the glass? Oh man, that's so disappointing. I guess I'm happy to upgrade. There are other ropes. Other ropes. Let's do a join, and then let's be more selective. Then click that. And in here, kind of nervous. I think we cut these from there. Wacom isn't cheap. It's true. I also don't know if their quality is worth it. Like there was a time when obviously it was kind of the only company, but more recently, like I don't know. I noticed my Cintiq had horrible color. Its color was terrible. Maybe because it was getting old, but like almost everything had better color than that, and its adjustment was terrible. And all of a sudden, I was like, "Why am I on Wacom? There's definitely alternatives." You know? Okay, so that one's a repeat. Those got cut. Those got cut. That got cut. So I think it's exclusive now. Okay. This we can back up and get more data out of here. Why do I feel like I'm not getting anything else? Oh, is it because... I mean, they're curves. I guess we just need to curve to point M. Okay, curves, I guess. Job you learned about? Not sure if you'd be interested. You know someone... Seems like a lot of people commented on it. Ooh, I'll check it out. Hmm. York-based Beast in Blend. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are more Beast in Blender. I only do GeoNodes. And yet, New York City's... I can kind of get there, but that would turn out to be expensive, I think. Unless it's fully remote. But yeah, I don't know if they're looking for me. But seems cool. Nice to see that there are jobs for that kind of stuff. Put that like that, and then where did I put the switch for the sales? It's here. Wait, what was in here? Oh, this is those. Yeah, you can go into stuff. Not too bad, except sales. Don't know why sales are all flickering. Oh, maybe they're okay. Maybe it's just the bottle. And I was also going to do a LOD version of this, and this, we're just cutting this up in too many ways. This is not conducive to good exports. Oh, it actually grays stuff out. That's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting. I did get some tentacles. Yep. They also animate. I don't know how much this scene's gonna try and kill me right now, but they do, in theory, animate. It maybe could be a little bit better. But it was a quick and fast effect. Got this one real quick. They also have some ripples that start up around them. Next is the crew. Yeah, as soon as we get our tablet. What's up, Gav? How you doing? Oh, I have this on. That'll ruin everything. Do I do only movable one? I don't remember exactly how I was going to do this. Trying to feel better? The weather's doing you in? I'm sorry to hear that, Gav. What is the weather doing now? Is it cold? Is it raining? Gotta admit, I like the rain myself. But I get a lot of people don't. Angleables. It's cold and sometimes it changes you too much. You know what? You're not wrong. It's similar here too. And when it's kind of cold, but it's kind of not, and you end up just like wearing a lot of clothes that get sweaty because you're going between hot and cold, That's the worst. Oh, so these bottom ropes are problematic. I don't know what to do about that. And then the gaffs. I guess that's fine. So maybe the gaff should always be on the... I don't know. I think we fake the sails for now. We export the ship. And we get that sailing around Unity. Maybe. Even though maybe it's not perfect. This is supposed to be raycast. Why is this out here? Yo, Crowdy. Get some real satisfaction if this CSS selector works. Div role equals button. Has D equals M 11.28. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Div with the roll button with a child that has a property D with this shortened value. Do something to it. You can assign roles in divs? Man, I'm so behind. I never really got fully caught up with divs, if I can be honest. Like, I've used them, obviously, but when I should have been graduating to putting myself through the web hell that everyone else does, I was like, you know what? I don't like web. I'm not going to do web. I know I'm the worst, but yeah, I may have done that. And here I am. Without knowing all of the little techniques you do to finesse CSS to working correctly, you know, aligning to certain things, all sorts of weird formats, the whole thing. I just ditched it. It seemed like madness. Like people were just trying to memorize insanity. Gonna go do dinner? Sounds good. President willing, excellent. So Crygy, you see we has ship with no sails. I think we're gonna bring this into Unity. Try and do that. Oh, also, sorry, I've been wayward today. When I lose a piece of tech that's integral to me, it throws off my everything. Yeah, I found some time to goof around with this today. Give it a second. Give it a second. Is that right? Yeah, that looks right. I finally got the bottle working, sort of, through great pain. Does the ship have EVs? Sort of. We should export it and look at it in Maya and Cringe together. Yeah, this looks pretty good. We can reach like an equilibrium. Like we're kind of at equilibrium now. We'd probably want to like turn off the emitter. And then we'd have to put in the boat. Here's the trick is right. We could put things in to make waves. We could put in boat animated as if it was in the waves because we do have a wave simulation giving us that data. Because we can't float anything in this program. This is really just simulating water movement without it doing anything except for colliding. Like it would never move a collider or have a physics or a rigid body or anything. So we need to have an animated boat in here. And that would splash things around. But it would also desync, if you know what I mean, with the thing, with the simulation, because it's not from this simulation. Right? So there's times where it would probably splash and the water would leave it and it would have like an empty bit under it or something, you know? Or it would just be evident that the water is getting its waves from the boat because the boat moves first and the water reacts. I don't know. I don't know. I also have bottled water. Here's the water. But it's tricky to actually use this. But this does look like water. Does look very cool. I had to turn the voxels down so ridiculously tiny to get this to work. And I still see ringing. So I guess this could be on the menu. They're like an acid trip? You know, they might be. They could be. Let's do nice planks. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what this export's like. Are you selected? Deselected. FBX selected objects. Shipping up. Wow. So many numbers. Whatever, sure. And Craig, we gotta figure out a way to visualize the UVs while we're still doing GeoNodes. Because it's too tricky. I have the start of something, but it's not quite finished yet. And it's so expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. Did I export it? I think I did. I think we're good. Which now we bring into... Do we check it in Maya? I'm gonna check it in Maya because I don't want to use Blender UVs. In the UV editing, edit mode. Get out of edit mode. Put you in edit mode. Oh, does that mean the ship might not have even exported? That could be a thing. Maybe I should try exporting again just to be safe. Diffbix. Okay. Good. Now we has Maya. Show the folder. Open file location. Okay. Here is ship. Ship looks like this. It's a pretty good export, I think. Let us see the UVs. Oh my. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we just have to do a thing. A very horribly annoying thing. Which is... What is the thing? Named attributes? UV map. Good, you have UV map. I love that. I love that for you. Drop that for a second. Right, and then You already have a UV map? Is that a problem? Attributes. You also have a UV map. Why is this not applying then? I don't get it. Has this, was it, I swear there was somewhere where I saw automatically setting up what the attributes get exported as. Whatever. Read write, UV map. It does exist. Setting in the exporter? Yeah, maybe. That's actually a good point. Starship departs for Mars at the end of next year. Let's hope he's on it. Makes sense. Is there an auto UV node? Yes and no. There's like a UV unwrap, but you have to tell it what the seams are, and then you're at the mercy of whatever it does. You can't really edit it much after that. Or like you kind of can, but it unwraps. Like before you unwrap all the joined geometry, you could have some of the like default UV positions, or you can kind of like map them. You can like put in the UV positions fresh, and you can construct those out of like the world positions if you wanted. So like there's a lot of that, but then once you go through the unwrap node, you don't, it automatically places everything, and you can't see anything until you export it and like apply it or what have you. Why is scroll not work? Thank you. We don't need animation. Ew, armature. Oh, hold everything. I still hate armature, but this might actually make it usable. If you set armature FBX node type to root, does it subtract the armature and just make it? I wonder. I really wonder. And actually, only deformed bones is kind of nice. Wait, if you can take out the armature, I have renewed hope that it doesn't totally suck. So apply modifiers, it has that. Yeah, I don't see anything about attributes or UVs though. Like it is gonna apply the modifier, but then the modifier itself would have to know what it does to apply. Hmm. Do you have to remove the UV map? I really wish it would show up in object mode. Is there a way? Is there a setting to make the UV editor like persistently show the active object's UVs at all times without having to select the exact component that has UV data on it? Or is it just always... Fingers crossed. Probably takes half the Earth's resources with him, while Earth turns into the surface of Venus. Yeah, you're not wrong. That sounds also probably accurate. Custom properties. I don't know. UV setting on the entire ship, but I mean it's on the entire ship, but I did it for every individual component. Like they should all have unique and somewhat accurate 2D coordinates that we can then separate. Like it should at least be laid out. But I'm kind of, do we need to like apply it? So we apply that, and it doesn't have a UV map. Good, perfect, definitely how it's supposed to work. Vertex 2D vector. Does it have to be face corner? Okay, yeah, and then that's a UV map. But then where's the thing? And again, is it that thing I said where we have to like go into edit mode? And then we select stuff and then it shows up. This is horrible. Prodigy, please tell me, I'm pleading with you, please tell me that there's a way that it will always show the UVs and not just when you have a portion of it selected in edit mode. Please. It is. Top left, 2 arrows, you think? Okay, and then if I like deselect, it's still there? Okay. And then if I go back to like object mode, and then I go to edit mode, and then I'm back in object mode, and then I click this, and I go back to edit mode. Okay, it's still there. Okay. Yeah, so you will see that there is some semblance to this. Like we did layout decks, and then we booled the decks, and they look like this, so they're a little scuffed, but they have some semblance, right, of a top-down view. We have sails, supposedly, in here. I think these are also the spokes of the railing stretching out to infinity, because I didn't stack them. Because they looked bad if I stacked them. Alright, don't judge me. I mean, technically they can't be stacked and still have a good baked texture. And what are you? I don't know. This is the first time I'm actually seeing these, okay? So don't judge me, please. They are ugly, though. They are absolutely heinous. What am I selecting right now? Again, we have to turn off the bottle. I see, that's disconcerting. I have a whole face selected and it's like point. This point, this random point out here.
So, Maya, take that and suck on it. You want UVs? This is what you get.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. You see, you just turn it over and it's just that easy. Yeah, exactly, Catless. Exactly. Yo, Catless, how you doing? What are you up to? Catless, do you have a tablet? I'm asking everyone now. I mean, sorry, you're special. I'm only asking you. I've asked nobody else. Chat, nobody tell them. Catless, do you have a tablet? What kind of tablet did you get? Do you have a no-screen Huion tablet? Oh, excellent. Okay. I'm getting one of them screeny Huions. The one that I posted. Hopefully it lasts a long while. I'm excited. I have no idea when it's going to show up though. Anyway, how do we salvage this? This is going to be tricky. It's not exactly like just shake and bake, you know? I mean, I am happy that we spread out the decks, sort of, but it must just be the thing, right? Where we bool. It's just the Boolean that's messing everything up. Because there's no way that these cubes started off wrapped this terribly. What you don't like is the software needs to be running, or it does nothing. Interesting. So I happen to have like a small non-mountable screeny Huion, and if I don't have the software, which I don't, it just acts as a mouse. I'm trying to think what kind of mouse. Screen mapped to just my first monitor. So I would need to like get the software to change which monitor it could control, including its own screen. But yeah, that's fine. The Wacom also needed that, so whatever. Can you just pack the UVs? That's a question. We could try it. I don't know. I'm not sure that we have that in here, but yeah, let's bring it into. Hold on. So 4. This is face corner to 2D UV. Do I need to destroy this UV map first? Yo, did you really do it to both? How do you deselect this? Do I hide attributes? How do I know it's not still selected with it collapsed? How do I delete just this? Why did it does it in both places? I don't want to have another Blender rant. You all see this happening, right? I cannot deselect this attribute. Like, it's just always selecting something. It's always selecting something. And the minus kills everything selected. Like, what am I supposed to do? Nothing changed about the EVs? And the facing thingamajiggy changed? Oh, I don't know. I almost forgot about the UV Packmaster plugin. Thinking about getting it from Maya. But there's a Blender one too. I mean, yeah, I'm not getting add-ons for Blender, but Maya already has decent packing, actually. There's already like a stack similar, which I think would do everything. How do I get rid of this? It's gone. So they were just attached. Does that mean that this can export now? I don't get it. Loose edges. Ah. I mean, there's no animation. It has no UV set. Yeah. Why? Why do you have to be like this, Blender? I will never understand. Oh man, you wanted your thing to export and work correctly? Darn Maya user wanting Blender to be Maya. UV map in the list, in the UV map section is the same data as the attributes, only different presentation. Yo, there's too many clones. Blender was made by Queen Doppelpopolis, the most evil of creatures. Okay, there we go. They now exist. I had to apply it myself. And it like worked, right? Like I just had to apply the modifier, but the apply modifier from the export breaks. I don't get it. This might always just be ugly. Like I do think we need to be able to control UVs in Blender a bit better before we get to this situation. Okay, so if I grab all of those. We're looking at the sides of stairs and the side. Okay, I get it. Stack similar. Is nothing similar? I'm so glad. How are they not similar, Maya? Did I say Maya was perfect? I don't remember saying that, just for the record. Wanted to put that out there. You have multiple UV maps on one object for things like decals. Sure, but it won't even export the UV map that's already on the object. What? UV Packmaster plus ZenUV. It's a lot more features than you've used. I mean, that is a lot. But Maya already has tons when they work. Like if I grab this, then like this, and I do pack similar. Stack similar. There just is no stack. Gather all the shells. Okay, you plus you, 2 UV shell. Gather stacked. Do I gather the whole thing? Oh, let's watch it break. Let's watch the world burn. Even with those tools though, you always wish UV tools in workflow was a fair bit more polished and streamlined. Fair. Don't know anything, sorry. It's alright. Gav, someday you're gonna show up and you're gonna have so many 3D skills. You're just practicing on your own without letting anyone know. And we're all gonna be amazed. Mm-hmm. I always heard Rhizome Lab was good for UVs, but never tried it. Yeah, I never had a problem with UVs. UVs are fine until I have something of this complexity. But also, man, Maya runs slow enough as it is on something with said complexity. Hmm. Yeah, mine's had a pretty good UV editor for a while. This is moving at a snail's scrawl, but someday it's going to give us a result that I'm either going to love or hate.
And finally we have fusion energy. Maya tried to pack the UVs of the ship and well we reached first light.
To be fair, this is a ton of geometry to try and match up with every other piece of geometry. But also, wait, is it only really only 100,000 verts? 200,000 faces or tries or something? You know, it's actually kind of manageable. There's just so many disconnected shells, you know? It's a lot of stuff to iterate through. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see it, but there is the polygon display there. Yeah, I would think Mesh Islands is the bigger issue. And today I'm hungry. Like I have not been hungry the past 19 days. Anywho, someday this is gonna finish. We're at 96%. At least that's progressing. So water sim. Forces. Forces. Can you give me turbulence? Let's just throw a turbulence in. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's turbulent.
It's not 69. I'm disappointed.
Oh, now we're making a mess though. It's not 69. What can you make with 69 polygons? We should have the 69 challenge. Make something with exactly 69 polygons that's worth viewing. It'd be a trick. You'd have to really hide some stuff. And then by polygons, are we breaking down into tries or are we gonna say n-gons or quads count as a poly? Virtua faces, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. We need to figure out what that arbitrary number is. Yeah, I'm not emitting anymore. It just had enough. Well, I kind of want to add the white water in now. Turb. And then give me white water. Do I need a source too?
Or a minimum of 69 modifiers or 69 nodes.
You can make 69 square pieces of paper. I mean, I could. Sorry, what's the point of that? I feel like the challenge would be making a piece of art in 3D that only has 69 polygons, because it's an odd number and it's like less than you'd think. It's like more than nothing, but less than something really cool. You know, you'd have to really finesse it. I don't know what pieces of paper would do for you. Would you get excited about having 69 pieces of paper in front of you? I feel like I would feel bad that the world is down 69 pieces of paper that were printer format and now I made square. You know? So I could be alone. That could just be me. All right, we're gonna key the shape activity. I don't know where we cut it off, but somewhere. Good. Oh, yeah, there's the white water. It's a little bit...
Well, 69
dense.
vertices would allow 201 faces, max.
201 faces max. Even with n-gons? I mean, I guess. I mean, then you're getting expensive to have a big, flat, awkwardly shaped... Yeah, I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay, so it's a good limitation, maybe. 201 faces. I mean, it's a super low poly challenge, right? Oh, we stopped too early. I'm like waiting for something interesting to happen. Just fill more, please.
Known gons would take more vertices away, so less than 201.
So listen, yeah, that's what I was saying. And an n-gon would either be subdivided into tries that you don't control or would be planar. But you'd have to control it being planar, and then you wouldn't control it being triangulated if it wasn't, you know, everything already making up a planar n-gon. So I feel like it's still a fair limitation, right? It would really cut into your limitations, like into the polys that matter, to have a big flat one that's oddly shaped, right? So you could draw on the 69 pieces of paper and make 69 masterpiece drawings of 69 polygons with 69 more drawings of them and keep going on forever. Hold on, but things that nest like this, how do you go on forever? Because, like, the first one needs to include the entire volume in its infinite regression, doesn't it? Or would you continually need, every time you paint one, you have to go back and update every other one that you have? Turbulence. You're a little bit too regular. Bias? Oh, that's not the bias I was looking for.
When you reach the plank length, everything will go gaga.
Playing. Wait, of what? This is already the smallest voxel size I could possibly have on this container. And I have to say the roundness looks good. It looks pretty decent. All right, where are we filling to? Yeah, it's about the right amount. Because then we could put a cork in, and it'd be good. And then, the white one is just too goofy. Too big.
Gaga gaga jaga gaja gaja gaga galaga jaga gaga nana mona gaja galaba banana nana nana nana.
Excellent. So yeah, what would you do with your 201 faces? What would your 69 quads go towards? Like this is a good idea. This is one of the best ones we've had. Most of us can do 3D art. Gav does 2D 3D art. I don't doubt that Gav could make something that has 69 polygons on it. I kind of think we should. I don't have the motivation to do it right now, so let's put it off for a little bit. One faces, that's a lot of portraits. Only if you're doing it your way, Pixel, which you don't need to. Though, you know, it might be memorable. Like maybe it's a good idea. If it inspires you, go for it. Oh, foam radius. Less foam radius. Right?
With 69. 1. Can only make a giant D.
But with 69, there could be more than a D. What about a Georgia O'Keeffe? Can you do a Georgia O'Keeffe? Was that attempted a pun? Faces are portraits? I get what you mean. That would be a lot, though. Okay, wait. I feel like we want... Well, is it bubble radius? Ooh.
No, I can't do what CryGI does and I'm not smarter to do that.
No. Well, hold on. Actually, Gav, I think you could do his early work. I mean, you should do you, but I already feel like you do very geometric art. And all it would need to have is 69 polygons. And a polygon is a shape. It's just a shape. How do we define polygon? Polygon Wikipedia. Okay, polygon. Segments of a closed polygon chain. Nope, that's not it. A plane figure made up of line segments connected to form a closed polygonal chain. I feel like this is already touching on some things that you do. No? Like literally, you just need to count the number of areas you're creating on your grid or whatever geometric thing you're doing. You just need 69 of these If you want to be cheeky, they don't need to be connected. But also, if you do connect them, that's actually very true to what we're doing. Like, it's not that different. You're laying them all out on 2D, but I think we all respect that. Sixth and ninth polygons lets you sculpt, and that is a lot easier. Actually, with almost infinite vertices, you could sculpt so much. Which, not that that's infinite, but that's like 6 trillion or something, right? You worked with polygons before? I know you have, and that's why I think you could do it. Not to say that you couldn't do it because you haven't. It's just a fun community thing. I don't know. It's an idea. We can throw it out. It doesn't need to be done. Oh, no, that looked good. Yeah, we can't have any bubbles, so it actually saves Sonic's life in here. It like kind of looks okay. I don't like the turbulence. The turbulence is too like uniform.
I don't
And
want
start
take
again.
form CryoGI job the polygons.
So it's around 10 million? Yeah, 10 million's a pretty decent sculpt size, right? I don't know if that... How do we do storm waves? Ooh. Oh, hi. Be kind of oceany. You want to take from Courageous job of the polygons? It makes sense. It makes sense. He does have a claim over the hexagons. There's not enough now? Do we need to just amplify the whitewater? Also, is there anything on source that we should care about? Oh, yes. Smaller. Chapter Range more? Or less? Oh yeah, less. Okay. Oh, we got a little eddy over there. I think the problem is that you can really visualize the flow and you're like, oh, this is not a full ocean, this is a closed container, which it is. But is the magic that it looks like ocean plucked out of the ocean in a bottle, which means it's not interacting with the container. You might retire soon? Cryogy, what would you move on to after that? Initial life, it should just last longer, right? See if that lasts too long. Yeah, being in the water is lame. Kind of wish that was a better effect. Would that not be similar to just having your face pressed up against it? Except maybe you just, I don't know, the surface would have to be even to the camera, right? You wouldn't actually be undulating the surface. This needs to go a little bit longer. Yeah, just pour a quick ocean. Don't mind me. That needs to go way longer. Turbulence is really something special. Oh, you know, we don't need to go longer. We can go bigger on the emitter. That should double the amount that it puts out. That's gonna be too much. Oops. I kind of love it though. Okay, hold on. We should put a drain. Here, drop the show. Hmm. I wanted to have just a tiny bit more. Maybe the turbulence just needs to go up a little bit more. Because I wanted to go up the neck of the bottle just a little bit. It goes up with such force.
Let's just say the water is roiling cause of the Kraken.
We could put a tentacle in there to stir it. That's not a bad idea. Oh, oops. Okay, so I guess, yeah, drains work maybe a little bit differently. Yeah. That's not stoppering much. But you hear. And cork? Not quite corked. Good. Now hide. There it is. Because we want it to keep sloshing up into the neck, and we'll lose too
You
much.
see? I'm not lurking. Like some people I won't mention.
Not an algorithm guy? Because if you are, you would, do you know you can code OSL, Open Shader Language, in Blender? Raji, that's a Pandora's box you're about to open. Why is rolling? Because the Kraken's a great idea. Love that. Lurking? Who's lurking? Call them out. I mean, don't call them out. We're nice to lurkers here. Sorry. Sorry, I had a knee-jerk reaction. I'm sure Catless has better places to be. Or are you trying to call out Gav? Gav's making dinner. Let Gav eat. I think, yeah, it just needs to be more. More turb. Okay, there we are. And from the beginning. So yeah, we could put an animated Kraken tentacle in there, and that can definitely stir some stuff up. Yeah, the thing that just is gonna haunt my sleep forever is how do we get a boat in there that looks like it's rocking on the water without it interacting with the water so much that it screws up? I mean, I guess we could put it, I don't know. I don't know. Polygons, I'm going into battle and I want your strongest polygons. My polygons are too strong for you, Modeler.
I'm getting a bit fidgety cause there are no
Yeah,
best
probably
viewers
true.
to ban.
There's no best viewers to ban? I'm sorry. We need to find some sacrificial people. Necromanting old memes. Perfect, Catalyst. Love it. Yeah, I don't know how much further we go with this. This is cool, though. I'm happy that we got up to this point. This software still continues to entertain me. It's not always easy, though. Man, that voxel size needed to be absolutely tiny. Maybe I should have scaled everything up. Or whatever. So, like, I could bring this out as an alembic and I can put the boat on the top of that with my thing that I'm doing for the simulated water. That would work, I think. But then bringing that back in, I'm not sure that the water would react the same way. But it could be a cool thing to try.
You could add a small ring of roiling around the hull of the ship to mask that it's not interacting with the water.
I could. I could. I just wonder. Yeah, so we can't float the boat here, but we can bring this to Blender. We can float the boat in Blender. And then we can bring the floating boat back to here with, you know, whatever's set up already. And then just throw the boat in. Make its collider active only after a certain point. And then from that point up to that point, it should be matched in position to where it should be, roughly, as long as the sim hasn't changed too much. And then we let the sim update based off of the boat. It's an idea. Check that's a good point. Almost forgot. Well, I have to say, that is packed. That is packed. I don't know if any of it's good. Throw the checker on and see how terrible. Okay, so like those are deck planks. Oh, yeah, second deck looks so much better because less bulls. It's almost good. And then the side is absolutely terabad. Somehow there's stuff that I didn't select. Well, let's not say somehow. Oh, yeah, there it is. Can I hit this and get... Oh, yeah, sure. We did the bulk of it, right? This should be easy. This should be fast. Let's just live on the second deck. I mean, there's got to be someone that does, right? Not everyone's like a top deck crew. I would assume like the cook, right? They have to cook all day. They're probably never up top deck, right? They're probably living down there. This one's going a little bit faster. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Let's try something more irresponsible. We're gonna duplicate it, and then we're gonna automatically UV this. So let's just see what that does. Welcome to the, oh no, gotta do this. The SS Mime ship. Something I kind of like about it. We get no guarantees with this.
You madman.
Mm-hmm. Someone needs to guard the booty. Do you want to be in charge of that? I feel like I could trust you. You haven't asked to ban a single person. Oh, looks like we have some reverse normals. That's a little subpar. And maybe that's on a few things. Anyway, we have ship. And ship has bad UVs. And I'm wondering if we apply a material to it with wood, how bad it looks. They already have mats. Good. Good. Let's just put some textures. Link some quick. Why are there so many wood mats? This is a Fong. I hate Fong. Get out of here, Fong. What a terrible material type. Give me my standard. And then I know I have wood somewhere. For instance, we did some sort of wood for the mushroom village. Here it is. I don't know if I love it, but it's wood. Oh. Are we all different wood materials? So maybe we just scale the whole thing up? Oh, we can scale this. Which way are we supposed to be going? I guess we repeat. Repeat's good. Perfect. Yeah, look at that fine ship. Man, Maya, you did the UVs so well. Fancy, right? We have wood ropes. I hope that's okay. Oh, no, we have rope ropes. I don't know if I have a rope texture, and I don't know how much I care. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have one, but I don't know how easy it is for me to find. So, yeah, again, I don't care. Okay, so now we just need to figure out how to invert the normals on this side. Oh my god, it's also spaced out. That's like everything. No. How do we do? Or do we ignore it? Maybe we ignore it. Well, let's just bring this over to Unity and see what happens. Do I embed media? No. Oh, that's silly. Did the normal get inverted in the geonodes? Yeah, when you mirror something over, it does the same thing that like mirroring over in Maya does. You know, like it'll invert all the normals for it. I don't know if there's a way. Is there a way to fix that? I don't think this is the first time I've had to deal with it. Uh, hmm. Oh, so the ropes, we duplicate or like mirror the curves over and then we extrude the curves. Whereas this, I think we do the whole side panel thing and then we flip it over. Yeah, that might just be stuck like that. Okay, anyway, art, models, bring in Where did I save it? Maya 2025. Okay. Fantastic. Absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong here. This is how ship's supposed to look. I was not expecting that. Can we